Shut up and sit down.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back once again to Vicious Rants. And of course, I am your host, Mr. Main Event himself, the often imitated, never duplicated superstar Tim Vicious Sane. We are going to talk about Raw this week was in Atlanta, Georgia. And before we do, folks, before we go and talk about anything, we need to talk about big major news coming up this week from the Main Event Network. Now, we here at the Main Event Wrestling Network are sponsoring a show with Warrior Pro Wrestling. I don't know if you guys have never heard of them. I highly recommend you check them out. They are some cool ass cats. They have been cool with the Main Event Network, especially with the guys over at the OTM crew since day one. Folks, cannot establish enough on how important the indies are. I know I get this picture painted on me being the quote-unquote WWE guy, and I accept that and I understand that. But here's my thing: I love wrestling. I love wrestling in general. It doesn't matter if it's WWE. It doesn't matter if it's TNA. Hell, I'll watch a tape from 1972 with two random guys in a garage with 50 people in the crowd. As long as it's a damn good match, I will watch. I just love wrestling. That's what it is, plain and simple. These guys at Warrior, they put on good shows. They always got great top talent. The show is February 27th. Make sure you guys go and check that out. Also, make sure you look up their Twitter or X handle. It's Warrior Wrestling, Warrior, WAIR, WARRIOR, WRSTLNG. Can't emphasize that enough. Warrior WRSTLNG. Make sure you guys check them out. Like I said, really, really proud moment for all of us at the Main Event Network for being able to step forward with doing this. So now that we've gone over that big news, folks, want to talk about on how we pay these gimmicks called bills here at the Vicious Studios. And one of those ways is thanks to the fact that we are WWE Shop affiliates. And Shady, I know you appreciate this. We are WWE Shop affiliates, like I said. So what that means is if you click the link in the description tab, or you see that QR code right there on the screen, you click that link, it will take you to WWE Shop. And that is our preferred link. You make a purchase for whatever item your heart desires. It could be the brand new t-shirt that just came out. It could be a shirt that came out 3 years ago. It could be a collector figure. It could be a set of cards. Hell, if you want to go and get one of those really, really cool looking $700 WWE titles, go for it, my brother. By all means, do it. Because, here's the kicker. We here at the Vicious Studios receive a small nominal commission based on your purchase. So, what that means is those funds will help us improve this show for you. And folks, I'm going off the reservation telling you guys this, but you can use discount codes. If you got a discount code for 10, 20, 30, 50, free overnight shipping, free shipping in general, discount code in general, you can use it. Go ahead. By all means, I fully encourage it. Make sure, but if you're going to make a purchase on WWE Shop, please, I cannot stress enough. Go and check out, go and do it via our preferred Shop Zone link. Now, also, folks, want to emphasize that speaking with being affiliates, we are also affiliated with the Skull Shaver, and it is no surprise I am bald, and bald is beautiful thanks to the Pitbull Skull Shaver. Because you see, with its sleek, ergonomic design, it slides right into my hands. Simple, built-in rechargeable lithium-ion battery. Pop that sucker on. I run that funny little gimmick across my head, and boom, 60 to 90 seconds. That's all it takes to get a nice, clean, beautiful shave on my head. I want you guys to think about that. 60 to 90 seconds. No way, no how can you get that kind of a shave using one of them cheap little plastic razor gimmicks that you get from the drugstore. And Pitbull skull shaver blades, easy to pop off, easy to clean. And here's the kicker too. Since we're on the subject of talking about them cheap plastic little razor blades you get from the drugstores, I want you to think about this for a minute. You use those. What's going to happen? Boom, you get busted open. You're going to slice your head up looking like you just came out of a horror film. You want to go walking around with giant shaving cuts all over your head. You want to look like you have dried up wads of blood smeared across your head. You want to have giant shaving scabs half the size of your scalp sitting on your head. All because you wanted to pay $5 for a set of 99 plastic razor blades that couldn't do squat. Or do you want to get a Pitbull skull shaver, get it going across your head, make that sucker look oh so nice and smooth, baby, and not have to worry about cuts? Pitbull also does offer a plethora of accessories as well. And folks, the Pitbull skull shaver doesn't just work for the head. No. You can use it for your arms, your shoulders, chest, legs, and we are coming closer to the warmer season. So if you need to use it for down below, you can. Make sure you check them out. The Pitbull skull shaver. Their link is in our description tab, as well as the OG way of helping put the word out for the show, aside from telephone, telegram, tell your best friend to go and watch it, is through some Vicious Rants apparel. Folks, whatamaneuver.net has got these folks got some of the most comfortable shirts out there. I cannot stress this enough. Oh, mercy. It is so beautiful. I love them. They are soft, they are comfortable, and folks, we got t-shirts, we got tanks, we got women's tees, we got toddler tees, we got baby onesies. We got it all for you. So, whatamaneuver.net. Go and search for Vicious Rants, and cannot emphasize enough. Really damn good comfortable shirts. It's a perfect shirt for somebody you love, somebody you hate, or shirt just to get, so that way you can go and give it to a charity organization of your choice and hold on to those special shirts that mean the world to you. Go and check them out. Now that we've gone over the pleasantries, now that we've told everyone that we are sponsoring a show with Warrior Pro Wrestling February 27th, make sure you check out the details at Warrior Wrestling's Twitter X handle, at Warrior WRSTLNG. Had to get that out again. Let's switch gears and talk about last week via the SmackDown Rewind. And the big highlights from last week's SmackDown. It started out with Cody Roddy Raheem Russell Reynolds coming on out, baby. Just as he's got the mic and he's about to go and ask everyone, so what do you want to talk about? Out comes Jacob Fatu. Jacob goes and gets up on his business. Now, Cody, I'm going to keep it 100 with you for a minute, man. I had you beat. I had you and Sami Zayn beat. And you both know, if it wasn't for Drew McIntyre going and running in on this, I'd be going into the chamber right now. And just as it feels like tensions are starting to get hot with everyone, out comes Nick Aldis to go and say, whoa. Before things go from bad to worse, I'm here to let you guys know now. Drew McIntyre is not here because of his actions and his behavior. I told him to not come. I told him to stay home. And then, much like Mr. Hendry, you say his name, he appears because Drew McIntyre's up in a skybox. He says he bought himself one just so that way he can enjoy the festivities. He starts trash talking Jacob and Cody and this, that, and the other, and to the point of Jacob, looks like he's about ready to lose it, and then all this winds up telling him point blank, Jacob, just go home. Go home. He has him leave, and then next year, Cody just looks at him. Drew, you say everyone wants you. Everyone wants you to stop talking. Everyone wants a piece of you. It's not because you're the champ. It's because you're an asshole. Which, huge crowd pop, and Drew just gets a look on his face like, you said what? To me? And he had that kind of look on him. And that was that for that segment. So the other highlights from SmackDown were the Mad Russian himself, Ilya Dragunov, wound up having a match against Tama Tonga. I thought, well, then again, I've never seen a bad Ilya Dragunov match. Tama Tonga wound up getting the win. Post-match, the Wyatts appeared on the screen, and Uncle Howdy said that next week, which would be this Friday coming up, he's confronting Solo by himself. Yeah. So we see on where that goes. We also had the women's qualifier match. It was Charlotte Flair, Nia Jax, and Kiana James. I thought it was a good match. Kiana wound up getting a win, much to my surprise, and not in a negative way, mind you. No. I was surprised, and very much so in a good way, because Kiana has been on a roll since her return. You know, she's been getting as much TV time as possible. She was a standout in the Royal Rumble. She's getting to go into her first Elimination Chamber match. I am really hoping that this girl gets to shoot higher and higher and higher with that rocket they got strapped to her ass. You know, we had Obafemi going up against Kit Wilson. It was very much so a squash match. However, the biggest takeaway that showed up on my news feed, more than anything, was the fact that the NXT referee, Vicky D'Erico, wound up making her SmackDown debut, being the ref for that match, and everyone was just like, whoa, who's the cute blonde? Wow. And everyone was like that, and I'm just looking at them all like, nice attention to detail, guys. You know, it's cool. Okay, can't believe I'm the voice of reason when it comes to being in a room full of hound dogs. Feel like hell's frozen over now. Hey, Tiffany Stratton wound up having a match against Alba Fire. Tiff got the win there. Also had a men's qualifying elimination chamber match. Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes, and Damian Priest. Triple threat. Trick wound up getting the win, so Trick's going to his first elimination chamber match. Good on him. And we also had Rhea Ripley going up against Julia. Whew. And this was a good match. Rhea wound up getting a win via a DQ, though, because Nia and Lash came out, and just as they're doing a beatdown on her, next thing you know, Io shows up, helps even the odds, and then they clear out the ring. So they're having a tag title match this coming Friday, so we'll see on how that goes. And then we had Randy "By-God" Orton going up against Aleister Black, and folks, I can't stress enough, this was my favorite match of the night on SmackDown. I can't stress enough. You guys should definitely check that out. Highly recommend it. Aleister wound up getting a win, much because of some shenanigans that Drew McIntyre caused to help with that. But yeah. So, anyways, now that we've gone over that, let's get into this week's show. Raw Atlanta. It starts off with Cole and Graves hyping up the crowd. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Monday Night Raw We have a jam-packed show tonight. We're about to have blah, 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 blah. And then out comes Gunther. And then Gunther comes out because they're in Atlanta. AJ doesn't live that far from Atlanta. And this is AJ Styles' farewell night. So we're not even going to gloss over that because we're going to be talking about that. Just trust me. Out comes Gunther. He emphasizes on how, I can't believe I have to be here in Atlanta of all places. A place that glorifies somebody like AJ Styles, who lost. Much like Bill Goldberg or John Cena, who tapped out like yeah. And Gunther, he is on a massive career killer roll. And just, wow. Wow. And I know people are putting speculations out there saying that they would like to see Oba versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Personally, and this is just me freestyling, thinking out loud, if Brock Lesnar was going to do a retirement run, like after WrestleMania, that's it. He hangs the boots up for good. He's done forever. Just fades away, lives off his farm in Canada for forever. I think it would be a good idea if he did it with Gunther because he's on this career killer roll. And don't get me wrong, Oba getting a win over Brock would be huge for him. But Oba's already destined to have a huge run on his hands. While Gunther is still running with this career killer role, much like Randy was with the legend killer role, let him go with it. That's my thing. But either way, Gunther's going on about that. Pierce comes out with a whole bunch of security, screams and yells at Gunther to the point he's talking over him and then tells him, get out. Get out of my building. Get off my show. I want your ass out of here now. So, Gunther laughs, chuckles, walks off. So, now with that said, now we get to our first match of the night. Qualifying triple threat for qualifying for the Elimination Chamber match. Bronson Reed, Jey Uso, yeet, and the original El Grande Americano, the greatest luchador to hail from the Gulf of America. And at the start, Jey and El Grande, they were teaming up to try and take out Reed. Didn't work very long. Reed wound up picking up the momentum. Now, this is a good match, but at one point, Reed, he went to go break up a pin, and you could see it. They showed it on the replay. He did something, popped his arm, and tore his bicep. Tore his bicep in his one arm, and it's just, It sucks because they announced it. He's going to be out, and they said he's going to be out indefinitely. And it sucks when somebody gets injured at this time of year because this freaking close to WrestleMania. We are in WrestleMania season. And we're this close to it, and this happens. Just, it sucks. It sucks. But after Reed's arm issue, it then pretty much turns into a glorified one-on-one with Jey and El Grande, and I'm not disparaging because them two picked up the pace and went at it like it was a regular one-on-one, and them two went and they rolled, and I loved it. I thought it was really good. Jey wound up getting the win with a spear, doing the spear, then going up, doing doing the splash for the 1, 2, 3. That was it. So your winner, and now going to the men's elimination chamber match, Jey Uso. Yeah. So next up we had Maxxine Dupri, who now has her own entrance music. And folks, I'm not gonna lie, and I feel a little embarrassed to say this, but yes. Yes, this did have a bit of a... This had a little bit of a pop banner to it, which I was kind of sitting there like, do, going along with it. Don't judge me. Either way, Maxxine against Nattie again, and don't get me wrong, listen, I am glad that they're transitioning from Natalya to Nattie, but my God, the commentators are overdoing with the name on it for everything. Nattie. Guys, listen, I grew up in a neighborhood where everyone's name got shortened. Even if your name only consisted of three letters, you still wound up finding a way to get it shortened. Just for fuck's sake, stop saying Nattie. You can call her Nat. Just even every now and then, let a Natalya slip. Just something. Just break up the monotony on that, please. Either way, Maxxine, she was leading at the start, but then as they were fighting on the outside, Natalya wound up, boom, throwing her up face first up against the ring post, and then she just went down to the ground and was dead. And I mean like dead in the water, dead, laying flat like that. At first I thought it was legit until Natalya wound up coming over and started doing a ground and pound on her, and then ref pulled her off a handful of times and then called for the bell for ref stoppage. They never did the X, but called for ref stoppage, so that was my clue to say that, yeah, that was a work, but I'm not arguing it. Excuse me, next up was the young OG Javon Evans going up against Kofi Kingston, and might I say, thank God for the New Day. Now, this match wound up coming to be because Javon Evans was being interviewed and he saw the one rapper in the back who was there, Offset. Them two were talking. Next thing you know, New Day came over. Woods was saying, I am beyond upset over this. I am Atlanta's favorite son, and you guys choose to ignore me. Oh, I can't with you people. Oh. And then words got exchanged, and then the challenge got thrown down for Kofi and Evans, so here we are. It was really good action, nice pace. It almost seemed a little like a Kofi of young versus a Kofi of old, and I hate kind of using those comparisons because I never want to see somebody be compared to this generation Shawn Michaels or this generation Steve Austin. No, I don't want that, because I want Steve Austin to just be that generation's Steve Austin. I want the next guy. I want Joe Blow to be that generation's Joe Blow. You know? I'm just saying. But at one point, Evans, he wanted to do a moonsault. He landed on his feet and then back rolled over, and you could see him grab his knee like, looking like he tweaked it. At first, again, really thought he legit hurt it because, well, seeing those kind of landings, see a lot of people going fake it, that they tweaked it. Excuse me. But also seen a lot of people legit and then just, no, I'm good. Give me a second, I'm good. Let's go. And then keep going. But the way he was moving, though, it looked like, it was a work, but did good with it. Match came to an end when Kofi, he wound up getting distracted with Offset, who was outside, arguing between Grayson Waller and Xavier Woods. gave Evans enough time to be able to go climb up, pop up, and then hit the OG cutter, bang, for the 1, the 2, the 3, ding, ding, ding. Next up, we come to our women's main event match of the night, the women's qualifying main event elimination chamber match. Io Sky, Raquel Rodriguez, hoo la la, and Kairi Sane. And Io and Kairi, they were double teaming to take out Raquel as quick as humanly possible. And I got to tell you, maybe it's just from my perspective, I don't know, but Kairi and Io felt like they were carrying more of the weight of the back and forth action between for the match itself. And it's not to say Raquel just sat back and was like sitting back eating Cheetos and jumping in whenever she wanted to go and smash somebody's head against a ring post or something. But it just seemed like when it was just more so, it was just them two, and Raquel would jump in, hit her moments, carry some, get a good pop, get a good yell, and then, hey, then rinse and repeat almost. But, and I'm not saying that in a disparaging way, it's just observation. Match came to an end when Kairi wound up going up to the top to go and hit Raquel with the insane elbow. Raquel put her knees up to catch Kairi with that. Next thing you know, she got up, scooped up, saying, hit her with the Tejana bomb for the 1, 2, 3. So your winner and going on to the Elimination Chamber, Raquel Rodriguez, Big Mommy Cool, going all the way to Chi-Town. So now we come to the final segment of the show. It was Uncle Alan himself, AJ Styles, coming out, addressing the crowd, saying, addressing the crowd in a very heartfelt way, telling them all, thank you all. I've been doing this for X amount of years. I wish I could say I couldn't have done this without you, but more than anything, I couldn't have done this without them, referencing his family. And a lot of people would like to say, and AJ wound up bringing up this point, and I really think a lot of people should really take note on what AJ said, because a lot of people don't ever really think about this part, because he was saying, a lot of people think my accolades would be all the championships I won, all the matches I've had, this, that, and the other. I gotta say, my biggest accolade, my biggest flex, my wife right there. She kept my family together. She kept me grounded. She never once asked me to slow down. She never asked me to stop. She kept me going, and she held that house together. I saw my family grow up on FaceTime, and I couldn't have done this without her. He thanked everyone for such an illustrious career. He thanked everyone for being there for him with the highs and the lows and everything in between. And just as he put down his vest and his gloves, and everyone is yelling and cheering, AJ Styles, AJ Styles. Locker room comes out, clapping, yelling, thank you, AJ, all that and the other. Then next thing you know, lights go out, bung, gung. Out comes the dead man. He comes down on his bike, gets in the ring, looks at AJ, then looks down at his vest and his gloves. You just gonna leave them there? Now you know that old saying, if you see me coming, you better start running. Well, gotta change that up some, because if you see me coming, you know what's going on. So AJ, allow me to have the honor to announce you are going in this year's class of the WWE Hall of Fame. Much freaking deserved. I don't use the word deserved very often. I really don't, because I've always been a firm believer of, no, it's not deserved. You had to bust your ass and get it. But AJ, He did. He busted his ass since freaking 99 in WC from working cruiserweight tag team matches in WCW to starting in TNA, being one of the first guys in TNA, to being TNA's first Triple Crown champion, to going from that to New Japan, Ring of Honor, all over the freaking world to where he's at now. Yes, he busted his ass and he worked it to the bone, and he damn well earned it. So, to that I definitely say, you have earned it, and congratulations, AJ. I cannot think of a more pristine honor to give to you. And, well, folks, with that said, that it is time to end this week's show. So please do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, go back, watch some of the other episodes if you're watching the videos. If you're listening to the audio, make sure you give it a thumbs up or a 5-star review on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you get your audio from. We are trying to build that platform up as well. Thank you to every other show, LFC, Lingerie Fighting Championship, a little bit of wrestling, a little bit of MMA, and a whole lot of attractive women wearing a little bit of nothing. Thank you. Also, don't forget to follow these cool-ass cats right here on that Twitter, DSB_AV, main event _net, the main event wrestling network account. Sergeant Curry Pants, 3 Count Thursday, D Dryer 1986. I am Tim Vicious out there on social media 99.999% of the time. That's me. Like I always tell y'all, if you love me, great. And well, if you hate me, well,
Shut up and sit down.
fuck yous.